Get the Scholarship Edge by watching this short video about everything you need to know about scholarship searching on the internet, presented by Shelley Honeycutt, College Planning Director at Coach to College. First, you need to know what a scholarship is. It is a sum of money that you do not need to repay. It can help pay tuition, fees, books, room and board, and more. It can be dispersed directly to the school or the student that wins the scholarship, or both sometimes. The funds can be delayed, so be aware of this, until the end of the semester. The scholarship committees may want to ensure that you are using the funds for educational purposes. Why bother with scholarships? They're a lot of work. It is a lot of work to search for scholarships and win them. But a college education will be your number one or number two largest investment you will ever make in your lifetime. Most students and parents do need to borrow to fund their college dreams. Educational debt can span anywhere from 10 years to 30 years to repay. So, paying less for college is smart. Sports scholarships. Let's talk about the reality. 2% of high school seniors obtain sports scholarships. The average sports scholarship is only $11,000, and it's not guaranteed year to year due to injuries or something of that nature. You can only obtain sports scholarships at Division I and Division II colleges, and not at Ivy League colleges. It can limit your major selection because science majors or technology majors typically require much more study, and playing on a college team at the university level does require quite a bit of time. In fact, it's like a job. So sometimes it can limit the major that you do select or can pursue. So keep that in mind. Let's talk about scholarship math. How much work is exactly involved? Well, for every 100 scholarships you research, and we will show you how to do that quickly online, you should find approximately 10 highly qualified scholarships that you can apply for. If you apply for all 10, then the student should win typically 1 out of every 10 that you apply for. Are scholarships taxable? That's a big question. They are typically tax-free if they used to pay for tuition and fees. However, you should consult the IRS to get the exact details on if your scholarship will be taxable. You can just Google irs.gov, and once you get onto the website, you can search under Publication 970, and it will give you all the details as to whether or not your particular scholarship may be taxable. How will scholarships impact your financial aid? Well, most financial aid offices are pro-scholarship. It does vary from college to college, however, so you can find their scholarship policies generally listed on their financial aid website. If you can't find it there, then simply call the college yourself and ask them if they can relay that information to you. Typically, if they do have to scale back on your financial aid award, they will most likely look at work study or cutting back loan funds before they ever touch grants or scholarships. You can fund your study abroad dreams through scholarships as well. There are 2 scholarships listed right here that help students fund their study abroad education through scholarships. So keep this in mind when you're looking at scholarships. When should you start looking for scholarships? Right now, until you're out of college, out of debt. The sooner the better. Scholarships are available even for children age 0 through 18. So start looking now and keep it up until you're out of debt. I'm going to share with you the biggest secret to accessing all kinds of grants and scholarships. If I told you there was one form you could fill out and qualify for all kinds of scholarships and grants and financial aid, would you do it? This form is also the gateway to federal, state, and institutional scholarships and grants as well. This form takes approximately an hour or so to fill out and guarantees your student access to federal loans if you do it each and every year. Millions do ignore this form each and every year, and it is the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. Don't miss filing this form by your college's deadline. and file it each and every year so that your student can take advantage of these scholarships and grants and other opportunities that may arise through this form. This is the gateway to that form. This is the FAFSA form. You can find it at fasfa.gov. You can file it online or by paper. You should file it after January 1st of the high school senior year, filed by the school's deadline, which is typically the earliest deadline, and remember to file it each and every year. Don't miss out on the PSAT exam. It could cost you. During the 11th grade, it is important for students to take the PSAT. Number one, it will prepare them for the SAT and hopefully improve their score. But also in 11th grade, they have the opportunity, if they score high enough, to become a semifinalist for the National Merit Scholarship Foundation and hopefully move on to be a finalist. You can find out more information about this at collegeboard.com. Where do you start searching for scholarships? Always start local, work out regional, and then national. When you start local, you want to look at community foundations in the area that are managing scholarships. Talk to your guidance counselors, and then talk to organizations around town. Where do you look for scholarships? Well, I'm going to tell you that the internet is the quickest and most up-to-date way to do that. There are other options such as books, the financial aid office, making sure you ask parents to ask their employers and teachers if they know about scholarships, as well as club leaders, and don't forget your high school guidance counselor. But today we will focus on the internet. Institutional scholarships, which are given by the college or the institution, are some of your largest scholarships and are widely missed because of the early deadlines. They come during the November 1st, November 15th timeline when seniors are very much occupied with preparing their applications for admissions, and they miss these deadlines. Sometimes they have to be applied for, sometimes the college application is the application, but you won't know that unless you do the research. So plan possibly in October or September to research all the colleges on your list to see what type of institutional scholarships they offer, if you qualify, and when do you have to apply. We use meritaid.com to do just that. So you can look at colleges' profiles on meritaid.com, but you can also pull up all of their institutional scholarship information, and it will tell you all about the scholarship, who's eligible, and how to apply. So don't miss this opportunity. Search engines are your best way to search for college scholarships. We use google.com, yahoo.com, and bing.com. It's quick and effective. It's easy to narrow your search, and we will teach you some keywords that will help you narrow your search even more quickly. Below in the blue box, you can see the keywords that we use. You can use them in plural form or not. And the reason why we use them is because they're words that are typically found on scholarship applications and websites. These words are less conversational and help to eliminate the blogs and discussions and comments that will come up on websites. And they help you narrow your scholarship search in lightning speed. Just watch. In conjunction with these keywords, you can use the categories here to help you narrow in on even more scholarships. So you can combine the keywords with your student's major, their interests, maybe their lifestyle, such as vegetarian, active lifestyle, something of that nature, and their characteristics. Are they left-handed, ADD, entrepreneur, a solopreneur, anything that you might find a scholarship on, you can add to the keywords. You can see here, this is how you Google for dollars. So we can show you how to go from 11 million scholarships to 44 highly qualified scholarships in under 60 seconds. It's very easy. We typed in journalism scholarship, and pulled up just over 11 million scholarships. We added to that Foundation 2013 and we pulled up just over 3 million scholarships. We then put quotations around journalism scholarship because that means we want specifically those words. We typed in Foundation 2013 honorarium and PDF. PDF many times brings you right to the scholarship application. And here we go, 44 highly qualified scholarships. Now, once you have that refined, you can copy and paste that excellent search into Bing.com and Yahoo.com. Here is yet another example of Yahooing for dollars. So we put in vegetarian with quotations because we want specifically that word, college scholarship 2013 PDF application honorarium award fellowship and Portuguese. This student happens to be Portuguese. And there we go, 45 highly qualified scholarships. Do you like to tweet? Well, you can get in on the action with Twitter when you're looking for scholarships as well. You can type in a search and college scholarships 2013, and I might also do one, college scholarships 2014, and then you can sign up to follow those words. And typically, if a company is going to be announcing their application on Twitter, you will catch this. You can sign up to have a news feed go across your internet, or you can get an email. I like the email because you can't ignore it. If you're really interested in finding scholarships, there are a few more Google tools that you can use to your advantage. If you have a Gmail account, you can, or if you create one, you can forward it to your everyday email and set up news alerts. I like news alerts because you can set them up for college scholarships. You can just put in a news alert for college scholarship application 2013. I might do another one for 2014, and then you can decide what type of news alert you want to get from Google Alerts. So the type of news alert, which is everything, news, video, blogs, or discussions. I typically would not do discussions, but news, video, maybe blogs. How often? You can choose as it happens, once a day or once a week, and the volume, only the best results, all results, and how you get it delivered. Once again, you can get it delivered by email or RSS feed. Typically, you can ignore the RSS feed going across the top of your internet, so I choose the email format. We can't talk about scholarships unless we talk about scholarship scams. So to find out the latest and greatest scholarship scams, you can simply go to the Federal Trade Commission's website at ftc.gov/scholarship scam. Here are some ways to spot scholarship scams. They are typically easy to spot because it's unusual information that they're talking about. If it is a scam, they may ask for money. No reputable scholarship needs to ask you or your student for money or information, such as bank account information, to receive their scholarship. So asking for non-relevant personal information is also an indicator. They do not need a bank account, credit card information, or social security numbers. When scholarship checks are cut, they need to know the school, the name of the student, and the amount that they're cutting. That is it. Claims of being exclusive. Only they have the latest information that cannot be found anywhere else. Not true. Any company, organization that is giving out scholarships wants you to know about it. They want more applications. Nobody's hiding this information. So that's not accurate. Claims of guarantees that only they can get you scholarships. No one can ever guarantee that your student can get a scholarship. So do not believe those guarantees. Receiving letters of awards that you never applied for. So you get something in the mail and you go, gee, I don't remember applying for this. Maybe you search your emails to see if you did and you can't find anything. Well, that's a clear indicator that that might be a scholarship scam. You might want to go to the FTC website and check it out as well and see if other people have experienced the same thing.